Hello, this is, hey, Jimbab here from Jimbab Productions, and we got a really special episode of Curse of Strahd here, episode 26. We're gonna call it The Journey So Far, and, well, you know, gotta get fancy, you know. And, so, what this is gonna be is a series of interviews with our favorite characters, yeah. And, yeah, that guy right there. We're gonna start off with, hold on, I gotta make sure that's fixed, yeah. We're gonna start off with Beadane. He's a what are you? You're a human, right?
No,
no, sorry, you're a dwarf.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
And you're a cleric.
Yes.
That's right, a cleric. Now for the viewers, what's a cleric?
A cleric is essentially is a faith healer, more or less. Mm-hmm. Often they have depending on their path, path chosen, they have different spells, but they're one of the spell-using classes, of course. They can use, depending on their path, they can learn, you know, different kinds, as I said. I am of the life path, or whatever, so I'm very much so a healer. And good thing, too, because boy do I need it.
Oh yeah, now...
Boy do we need it.
Wow, it's been one hell of an adventure.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah. So, you guys, you're in this town, and, you know...
Yes.
You're meeting people, meet and greet, and you met the colorful people, the Vistani. Mm-hmm. Yes. And, well, what do you think of them?
Well, at first, you know, I was a bit suspicious. The mayor of the town, or one of the
Duchess, I think.
The Duchess, yeah. Yes. She did not hold them in very high regard. She claimed they were doing shifty things, but when we met them, they turned out to be much nicer, very hospitable, very kind people. For the most part, anyway. And, but they come from a very troubled land.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, don't even get me started. I'll get to that soon. But, yes, this particular group, is the only group of people from their homeland that can actually leave due to some dark and mysterious circumstances.
Very dark.
Which we have reason to believe, well, very good reason to believe. We know that it is due to their ruler, who I believe was once a noble prince.
Ah, yes.
A noble and kind prince.
Yes.
And
for the viewers who don't know what we're talking about here, it's Strahd von Zarovich. Yeah, he was a brilliant warrior, and boy oh boy did he take the dark path.
Oh, the name gives me shivers.
Oh yeah, and well, he was mortally wounded on the battlefield, and the Vistani people saved him. And for that, he took over when he took over the lands due to some dark magic. He let them free passage. Yeah, and so you guys get the free ride, the free ride to Funtown on into the lands of Barovia. That's Barovia, Barovia, for 15 points. Scrabble board hero here. And so, what did you guys do after you entered Barovia?
Well, one of the first things that happened was we brought in, and it's very clear from the get-go that this place is definitely under some kind of curse.
Oh yeah, mud people, darkness.
There's mud people, there's monsters, there's fog and constant cloud cover. So it's not a very inviting place.
No.
But the Vistani brought us to this old woman. She is a seer of some kind, ancient. This is coming from a 150-year-old dwarf.
Yes.
And
Midlife crisis age.
Yes.
From what I've heard.
And she saw into the future. She saw our futures using a very cryptic means with some old tarot cards.
Just a really shitty deck of cards some guy got from his backpack. But anyway, yeah.
Probably drawn on graph paper and whatnot. But as of now, we don't know exactly what is in store for us based on her prophecy. Maybe it will come true.
There's a 100% chance. That's 100. That's all the variables possible. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and from there, we traveled out. I believe it was then that we met a new ally, Carrick.
And what do you think of your newfound friends there, your fellow adventurers before everything really got started?
Before everything. Well, they seemed to be a fairly noble bunch. I don't know. I'm not so certain about that anymore. I have always held morality in high regard, being... I spent most of my life in a monastery, or a temple, rather, where I learned the healing arts, and I had not been anywhere else, so I didn't know very much about the world, so this is my first time, being any real distance. So these
isolationist types.
These new types were, well, I hadn't encountered anyone quite like them before. The adventuring type, at least not for very long.
And how does it feel to be a cleric, a man of faith, to do some performance acts, some grisly and see grisly things? It's your first time really outside the walls of the monastery, and that's got to be real life-changing stuff there, right?
Certainly, it feels very good to bring my craft, my calling, bring it to the world, and use it for what it was intended to be.
Killing things.
No.
No?
No. Quite the opposite, actually. I don't know where you've been.
Well, let me tell you. Next time.
But, not that there is any shortage of that, but, it feels good to be helping people and being needed this much. Boy.
Needed.
Not to inflate my head at all, but without me they'd be screwed.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you guys, you've met new faces, you've met strange faces, and you guys stole a wagon or hijacked a wagon, and
yes.
you went to the village of Barovia, Barovia, and pretty dark place. For the longest time, you guys have been exploring this house on a street.
Yes.
We're lured by children, which is kind of the opposite of how it works usually, but well, here we are.
Yes, they actually turned out to be ghost children. Which was quite the turn of events.
Oh yeah.
But this little distraction has turned out to be quite time-consuming. I hope that we are doing something good for the people of Barovia and perhaps our greater quest. Through this, we are certainly testing our mettle.
Oh, well.
But,
You lost 2, so the metal has definitely been tested, that's for sure.
may they rest in peace.
May they. Yeah.
Yes, the noble Carrick, as previously mentioned, fell into a pit of spikes. And,
like the punji steaks, that type stuff, Yeah.
And although,
The shit smeared on it.
yes, one of the others we were able to save, but unfortunately,
2 had an incident with the spikes. Sepsis. And,
yes, it was quite unfortunate. And, of course, I cannot not mention the noble Buford, who sacrificed himself for my life so that I may continue to protect and heal the rest of the group members.
Yeah.
So he is eternally in my debt, and I believe the others owe him a large debt as well. May he rest in peace. He will be remembered.
And, so, we've, you guys are, the last thing you guys went to sleep, you guys are in this dank dungeon, and where do you think this is gonna go? Where do you think it's gonna lead? Yeah.
Well, the very last large encounter we had with the cultist was quite something. That's where we lost the noble Buford, but perhaps these are allies of Strahd. Potentially. Where it could lead, I'm not really sure. We already encountered one dark god creature, so it's hard to say if that's all the dungeon has for us, has to offer us. But perhaps there is a great deal more. I really cannot say definitively, but I feel like there's at least one more large test for us around the corner, and I hope we are prepared for it.
Wow. And with that, this was Beadane, the dwarf cleric, great adventuring type, great healer, and thanks for being on the show. Thanks for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Shit. And so up next we're gonna have another special guest. He's he's a fierce fighter. He's put his fingers in the pies of many purses, and well, he's coming right up. So don't go away, because I get paid for this shit. So,
Stay tuned.
Yeah, and we'll be back.
You're like, yep.
All right. So
You guys certainly owe me.
hello everyone, and welcome back to the show. Here we are. I'm joined with a special guest, Cyroth. Jesus Christ, we can smell you from across the room. Here, take some. And, so, dear God. And, so, here we are, we're back. And, what are you? You're a human type?
I'm a human. I come from, lands just past, Tywin.
Okay.
And, and, grew up in a small village.
Small village,
yeah.
Small gene pool, so, yeah.
Just a bunch of other nice farming community.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now, well, this whole thing, what are you? You a fighter? Soldier type?
I am a fighter.
Told?
I
Trained in the art, the mastery of murder.
Well, I was a soldier for a long time. I was trained to defend after my village was attacked.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no.
And I signed up. I was in the army for many years before I had to step back from it. It was.
I can't tell. You've aged gracefully. How old are you?
I am 27.
Shit. Okay. Now, so this whole thing, we just talked with the kind-hearted Beadane, and what are you? How do you feel about such people as him? Are you jaded by the world through your conquest?
Beadane? Well,
there's such kind-hearted people in this world, and how does that put you on the map? Where are you on the spectrum?
he's a good man to have beside you. He's
Oh yeah.
he's there to make sure you feel good. Kind of a do-gooder though, because
Goody two shoes type.
well,
Oh yeah.
the problem with it is it doesn't get you very far
Ooh.
when you need to survive.
Not in the adventuring world, that's for sure.
But
I should know.
he's good because he helps you out. He's there
yeah.
to keep you good and stocked up, and you can do everything else when he's in the other room. So it usually doesn't. It's not too big of a
Oh,
deal.
turn of the cheek type thing. He's looking the wrong way. You're spitting in his soup kind of thing.
No. It's about survival. It's one thing you'd go in the army. If you need new boots, you get the new boots from where you can. Cause
From him, right?
no,
No.
he's your brother. He's sitting on your side. He's helping you out. Why would you take his boots?
I hope not.
There's that guy over there. He's trying to kill
That
you.
guy.
Why don't you take his boots?
You know what? That's a fair point. And that's why you're on the show. You're a soldier. You're here to answer all the questions. We don't know what we're talking about. And so this whole thing starts. Your friend here, Beadane. Is he your friend? Am I being too graceful with this?
Be a Dane. I'm going to call a friend. He's a
Friend. All right.
He stayed within the thick and thin, and if they stand beside you in battle, well, then you should call them a friend.
All right, now your friend Beadane here was talking about, just sort of a summary of your journey so far, and well, boy, oh boy, what an adventure! Woo! And so you guys, you were in this town called Daggerford. You talked with the Duchess. You met the colorful Vistani people. Where do you stand with them? Now he has his opinions. Now where do you stand with they've been called cheats and thieves and all sorts.
Most of them are
nice. By the Duchess.
Most of them are nice, but there's one of them that's real.
One, he's the stick in your craw kind of thing, or
yeah, she is.
She is.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, are we talking about the? Are we talking about the very elderly prophet that Beadane has labeled her?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your issues with? I do believe what's her name? Madam Eva. That's
something like
that's
that.
Madam Eva. Eva. Yeah.
Well, she's how do I well, how we describe them in the army. We describe them very specifically as I'm gonna try and pronounce this right. Cunt. Yeah, and
okay.
it's just
You're right on the money with the pronunciations.
I am?
That's CUNT for all you literary youngsters out there.
sometimes my T's come off wrong just from where I grew up. Yeah. But yeah, no.
It's a th sound instead of a t.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my friend,
Okay.
and she comes in here and does some
Your
wiggly
friend,
things.
Who's your other friend in this
That'd
camaraderie?
be Mondak.
Mondak. Now what's
Good
he?
man to have
What's
by
he?
his
He's a magical type, right?
Yes, he's a
Yeah.
warlock.
Ooh, necromancy and all that stuff.
Oh,
Deals with the demons and the devils.
That he's been trying. I think I haven't been.
Well, I suppose we'll have to watch and find out, eh? Ha! Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So why is Madame Eva in your craw? Why did she have to piss in your cornflakes type deal?
I don't know why she pissed in my cornflakes.
Yeah.
I was just having a nice conversation on the side about what was going on, and then she flipped. She
Flipped the handle.
flipped.
Yeah. What did I've heard now? We had to make sure this thing wasn't contagious. Not like the AIDS, but we heard it was.
Don't break character, Jane.
And you got cursed. Yeah.
Yep.
You were athletically disabled now because of that.
Yeah.
And,
No. It's
a little disadvantage, some might say.
now when the pretty Barovian girls are around, and I want to flex to show them what's good.
Yeah.
I have to try and flex twice because sometimes
Yeah.
the first one doesn't work out.
Yeah, and half the time it won't work out, right?
Yeah, it's like a nervous twitch. I gotta go, and then even if it's a
Yeah.
great one,
Yeah.
I have to re-guess myself, and the next one might not
Yeah.
be nearly as good.
And, it just blows a tire, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bad deal. So, you've been cursed, you're athletically disadvantaged now for an unknown time, right? And are you still coping with the fact that you can't, you don't have the athletic prowess as you once did?
Well, I'm going to be honest here. It hasn't been that big of a deal yet. But
Really? Okay.
It's not been a big deal yet, but I feel like it might come back and hit me.
Yeah, right in the old behind, right? Like a snapping turtle out from the bottom of the bowl kind of thing. No?
Yes.
You don't get that where you're from?
No, I'd agreed. I just thought it was a rhetorical question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so you're on the road to Barovia. Yeah, you met a new guy, as your friend described, and well, what do? You end up in the village of Barovia. And yeah. So you guys are lured into the house by children. How'd you feel about that?
I had a weird dream about them.
Oh, you did.
No, I had a dream about them, and it was weird seeing them, but I'm always up for helping those in need, and, well, it doesn't usually turn out bad like this.
And boy, oh boy, shit hit the fan. Wow. Woo. BD was talking there that, you lost 2 of your own.
Yeah, we lost, Buford there. We just lost it. It's
tough loss.
It's always a shame to lose a good person by your side when you're fighting in combat, but
yeah,
it's what happens, and sometimes you just gotta keep moving.
Yeah, you just gotta
moving.
Don't let the weight catch up to you. Just stick it back there and just trudge through that shit. That sort of thing.
He's
yeah.
He's a pancake in the other room there, and I wanna go give him a good send off before we leave.
Oh yeah, a big 21 gun salute type thing, or
more of just a dirty joke.
Oh, okay.
Put in whispered in the ear.
Yeah,
laugh and,
the spirits I've been told do appreciate a good dirty joke.
Good
as a
dirty joke.
send-off. Yeah.
And then then you take their coin purse.
Oh. Is that a trick you've learned when you fought as a soldier, or is this something that's from the past, or is this just a kleptomania? You can't help it. You just love the smell of the wallets, right?
It's what you do as a soldier.
Yeah.
Your guy's dead, and you have to move on to the next place.
Yeah.
He's not going to use it.
Yeah.
But him, in his death, he can buy you and all his friends drinks one last time before you go again.
Yeah, and you don't even know if you're going to come back from the battlefield, and you know what? That's some really, really deep and thoughtful stuff. And wow, boy, oh boy, I don't want to keep you too long here, because I know you guys are sleeping in the basement of this swampy old house, and I know you guys want to get out as soon as you can. But you know what? I'll let you get back to it. And thanks for coming on the show today.
Yeah,
it's been a real honor having a veteran of service here on the show. And Cyroth, may you live to have many more battles. And well, boy, oh boy, I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. Yeah.
Don't forget your blue ribbons.
Support your vets. That. And we'll be back after this. Now, I know dead folk don't usually... Oh, dear, this pillow's in the way. Dead folk don't make it onto the show here too often. And here you go, here, yeah. So, no, sir, please, here, just turn around, sit down like that. Perfect. Hello, we are back here, and it's a real gloomy show today, because he's dead. And here we are. We are joined with Weiss. He's Weiss the White, yeah. Real original stuff here. And, you may, if you don't know what a white is, well, just watch the show Game of Thrones. It's on the HBO, and, really great, really well done show. George R.R. Martin, you gotta thank for such creativity and open worldness to create such a fantastic show. I'm also not sponsored by HBO, so, don't sue. And, so here we are, Weiss. And, boy, oh boy, what, it's been a short time. It's been a short time because you've had an otherworldly connection to a former persona of yourself. One could say was met with a foul end in a spike pit. Yeah, Carrick. I know you don't know him, but he was, a good member of the group, or what I'm being told. And so Weiss, yes, welcome to the show. What are you? You're a white, right? So you got otherworldly powers that most people don't ever get to experience.
Yes.
Yeah. And so what do you specialize in? Are you a swordsman? Are you a magic user? What's your trade? Your coin and trade? Yeah.
Sword.
Sword. Oh yes, you're a real talkative bunch, eh? So now, when we first meet you, you're locked up in this dank old dungeon, right? This sticky mimic. Cyroth was having quite a troublesome time with that. He was getting sticky syrup in spots he never knew he thought you could, and this group of rowdy folk, the dwarves and humans, and I think there's an elf in there, maybe, I don't know. I just read what the script's given to me, but there is no script, so who knows, And so they find you sitting on a bed, and what you doing in that room? What's your thought process when you're sitting there? Or do you have a thought process? How do whites work?
Sitting there.
You just
Sitting there.
yeah, okay. And well, what's going through your head? Just the wind?
Pretty much, yeah.
And so these guys just open up the door. They're killing their way into the room. They what's your first instant reaction? What do you want to do when you meet this group of rowdy folk? Yeah.
One of them looks a little tasty.
Okay. Well, okay. And so who? There we go. We're getting somewhere now. We're digging into the treasure trove. Who looks tasty? Who's when you first see a group of people walking through the door, who's the first one in your eyes that's like, you know what? He would make a fantastic casserole. I got a fantastic recipe. Check me out on allrecipes.org. It's really good stuff. There's macaroni and lasagna sauce in there. It's really good. Really good. And so, yeah, who's the first? Who's on your mind? There's a couple dwarves in there. As a human, who's your fancy?
I haven't had a dwarf in a while.
Ooh, in a while. All right, so then that begs the question: how old are you? How long have you been a white? What were you before?
I don't know.
Oh shit! All right. So you have no memory of your past.
No.
Oh dear. Because from what I understand about the biology of white is, they were something before they became something, So, and with that in mind, so, what do? Do you, I've heard you tagged along with them, but are you with them? Are you with them in any sense, or are you just there?
Both? I'm there and with them?
Okay, like, when I mean with them, like, are you starting to, is the heart growing 3 sizes that day kind of thing, or is it still pretty grinchy and shriveled in there? Is there any emotional process, connectivity going through the noggin?
No.
Okay, well, yeah. It's a great interview. Hey, Reginald, thanks for giving me this. Thanks for giving me this to deal with. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Now, so, you guys fought this horrific creature. It killed 2 of their friends. Are they your friends?
Well, I just met them.
Okay. Well, not too often do you get that, right? You just meet these guys 5 minutes ago, and 5 minutes later you're right in the heart of battle. There's nothing that gets the juices flowing and the friendship juices going like a big old battle. So how does that make you feel? Do you? Well, I think I already asked you that, but so you're fighting. You kill this horrific creature made out of rotten plants, and yeah. what's on your mind? You know, are you these guys are injured, they're crippled, probably an easy meal, eh? But are you thinking? Do you protect them? Do you want to just get out and be gone, or do you want to munchy on a bit of dwarf there?
Kill that thing before it second kills me.
Okay. Yep. So what I've been told, you guys killed the beast, right? And you're sitting in this dank little prison area. And so yeah, what's on your mind? What do you want to do? Do you want to get out of here? Do you want to, you know?
Counting the minutes.
Counting the minutes. All right. Well, I would say thanks for being on the show, but that would be beyond polite for me to say. But, you know, probably never going to have Weiss the White back on here again, because it's been one dense, one-sided relationship between me and you. But you know what? Thanks for being a good sport. Thanks for being a good sport, you know, and, all right, get him off the set. Get him off the set, please and thank you. Please and thank you. Hello and welcome back to the show here. I'm joined with a very special guest. Today's sponsorship is from a game from Konami, is that it? Konami, yes, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And, well, really thank you for the sponsor. And, we're joined alongside here with my good friend. He's a warlock. What are you? Are you a human, an elf, a tiefling? I can't remember. I can't keep these names in story straight, you know. Anyways.
I'm a half elf, but I identify
Half-elf. Okay.
with my elf parents.
Oh, so you're
Or
like
with
the
my elf
Apache
parents.
helicopter type, you know? Yeah. Okay. Now.
Well, I don't know that spell just yet, but
Okay. It's level 4 from what I heard, but I think it's in the wizard column, so I think you're shit out of luck. Anyways, so you're a wizard. I'm sorry to offend you. You're a warlock, so you use warlockian magics and all sorts of stuff like that, you know. And so what I've been told from your friends here, you signed a deal with the demon. It's a demon. Mm-hmm. Demon shit.
yeah, it's
you know?
literally the devil.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, he gives me kickbacks. I help him out. I give him a good Yelp review every once in a while, and
Oh, yeah.
he lets me use some of his diabolical powers.
Nice. Now, Beodane gave the lowdown on the adventure so far. You got lured into a house by children. But where you really shone was this bookcase you found, and you found this lovely set of leather-bound books. You know, you thought they were fantastic tomes, but it turns out they weren't. How do you feel about that?
I feel
Yeah.
I still feel pretty good. I mean, they're pretty old. I mean, they're probably bound in human skin. That's sort of rare.
Most
so I could probably
likely.
sell them on eBay for
Yeah.
a decent amount.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not useful to me, but I can just not tell the next person that. So
Okay. Now, I was placing a bid on said books, but I might not refresh, you know. So, anyways, so, you know, you've done some wild things. How did you feel walking up to that pedestal in the dungeon there, the dank dungeon?
mostly curious.
Oh,
I wanted to know. Keep it on the down low though,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I was wondering
Yeah.
if I could sacrifice my party to gain immortality.
Oh.
If that came out, if there was some sort of conversation taking place, that would definitely have been entered into the list of what's going on. But they didn't seem to respond. So I guess they didn't want me in their clique.
Real shame, eh? Real
Yeah.
shame. But I mean, you know,
Real immature, not letting me into their cult.
I know. I mean, you did some real service. Your demon's probably pretty proud of the work you've been doing. And you know, what's your overall? I mean, you met this crazy lady crying and sobbing about a dead kid. Mm-hmm. But you know, and you promised this lady that you would find her child. And do you plan on doing that?
On one hand, I don't want to, but on the other hand, she might curse me.
That is true. I mean, one of your friends has
So-
already been cursed by a gypsy lady.
Yeah,
The
I don't want to
colored
take
folk.
risks. I don't want to take risks in curses.
Yeah, you know, you don't want to dance in the dabbles of evil hexes. You know, it's not rotten shit.
Yeah,
But,
my personal policy is if you even look like a little bit like some sort of moldy crone, I'm not messing with you.
And you know that moldy Crohn's disease, it's a real troublesome thing. And well, you know, I want to get a feel for what Mondak is. You know, how do you feel on this adventure so far? Like, is it a real crank turner? You know? Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. There's been some ups and downs.
Yeah.
I think I died at one point.
You did. You were.
I feel bad about that.
You know what?
But
Let's
there was
discuss that
definitely
a
a
bit
second.
more. And
I'm so glad that my friend saved me from that
Yeah.
second wraith.
because it was
Or
this
ghoul.
this spooky spirit, you know. It just came out of nowhere, and I mean the last thing from what I've been told offset here, the last thing you remember was shitting yourself and feeling a cold blade slide right in, and how do you feel about such a thing? Yeah, I mean, what goes through your head? I mean, literally goes through your head when these last things are going on right now.
I feel some sort of inert rage at,
Oh, yeah.
at forces beyond my control.
Yeah, yeah.
Some sort of anger at the fates and destinies of the world. That things cannot be, but
This
beyond
is-
my comprehension.
This is some really, really, really deep stuff here. You know, emotional. And well, you know, it's been a fantastic time talking with you. And you know, is there any final remarks you want to make about your friends, or will they call you a friend? Are they your friends?
Sure. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back after the break. Hello, we are back, and boy oh boy do we have a special guest here today. He is a fierce warrior. He's a fierce warrior. And well, this guy here, hold on. Wheel him around so we get him in the camera shot. Come on. There we go. Alright, now so checking his pockets, you know, Cyroth, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't catch the earlier interview, you know. And so this is a fantastic friend. He's been called a hero, a champ, and a real all-around good guy. And this guy here, it's Buford Battlehammer. And we're honored to have such a fantastic host onto the show. And, well, Buford, how has the battle been right now? Fantastic. And, really? And I thought the dead guy was something to worry about. You brought an actual dead guy onto the set. It's a pretty one-sided interview, you know, dead guys and all. But thanks for being on the show, and wow. You know, it's been a fantastic series of interviews here. You know, we've had a jolly good time, you know, talking with all the cast and the crew of the show. And, you know, I can't wait for the next one. And, you know, my name is Meme Lord 420 Blazed at Joseph Coney 2012. And we will see you in the next recap interview. This is the Trini So Far.